Hello guys and welcome back to Kings Car Valeting. Yes, I have changed my name. It's just so I don't get copyrighted. There's some areas near me that got very similar names and I want to make sure that my name's not clashing with somebody else's company. Today is going to be another part of the series on how to wash a car like a pro. And today is the next step, which is the last step in actual washing your car before we do all the interesting bits, all the polishing and making it nice and shiny, and that is a 2-bucket method. So if you have never heard of the 2-bucket method, it is the actual when you're starting to have contact with the car. This is the first time you actually touch the car with either a sponge or a microfiber cloth, anything which you are in contact with the actual car itself. The reason it's called 2-bucket method is because with a 2-bucket method, you are lessening the actual dirt getting on the car. When you use 1 bucket, you are putting the dirty sponge into the actual bucket, rinsing it off, bits are floating around, and then you're taking the sponge back out and then washing your car again with it. I'm going to do a voiceover today telling you what is the reasoning over the 2-bucket method and then show you the steps on how to do the 2-bucket method like a pro, so then you can try it yourself on your own car. If you do like this video, please hit that like button, and if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. So first of all, you need 2 buckets. Obviously you need to fill one with just plain ordinary water, and the other one you need to fill with some wash product. I would say put a little bit of water in first, then put in the wash product and then fill it up, but make sure you do not just fill it up with suds. Obviously you're using the power washer, and if you are not under control, this can happen. Oh, look at that. But what you got to do is you got to control it on the way up and then slowly lift up the nozzle of the power washer so you don't just get suds all the way through it. What you want to do with your 2-bucket method is obviously you want to get a decent mitt and work from the top. As I always say, work from the top, move your way down, because obviously the top is the cleanest part of the car. You're not going to get as much dirt on there because there will still be fragments of actually dirt on there. As you can see, I dip it in now the plain water, rinse off as much dirt as possible, and then dip it into the wash product and then carry on working my way down the car. Today was quite a weird day as well. It was cloudy, but then I had like short bursts of sun, so I had to work quite quick today. And if you are struggling with like this sort of temperature, the best thing to do is, I would say, work as quick as possible, because you do not want any of these suds drying, because it'll just leave streaks, it'll leave all them marks, and then you'll have to redo it all over again. As you see, the method every time, I don't go around the whole of the car. I use a good amount of wash product on, and then when it starts disappearing, I will redo the 2-bucket method again. You do want to do, like I would say, a couple of panels at a time. You know, my car's quite small, so I can do a couple of panels at a time. If you're doing a bigger car, maybe just do 1 door and then move on to the next door, and then obviously the boot, then the other side of the car. But here you go, up more close. As you can see, I'm rinsing it all off. You can also get a grit guard, which is in buckets, which will also keep the grit down at the bottom of the bucket, so you know that no grit is coming. After that, you need to obviously jet wash it all off, work from the top down to the bottom. Some people say that you are washing off the product if you're doing it this way, but if you wash it from the bottom, you've got more chance of dirt kicking back up the car. So there's right ways and wrong ways about both, but I like to be safe inside. If you've cleaned your car properly and you've made sure you've gone over it properly, you shouldn't need to do that way. Just do it from top to bottom. Then you need to get a good microfiber drying cloth, and you don't need to rub all over and crunch it into a little ball. Stretch it out and just go over it. You don't have to do much. The products, what you've been using through all the stages of the pre-washing, it should feel so smooth and silky now. I mean, this car hasn't even got any polish on yet, and look at it, it's shining already. You would probably think it's already been polished, but it hasn't. It hasn't been touched. Obviously my car is protected with wax coating and everything, so it's always going to have a good shine on it anyway. But even if you haven't had a wax coating, you will notice the difference. You will notice the difference when you are cleaning it this way. You're not just cleaning it once. Everybody thinks that you just get a bucket, get a sponge, and that's it, and then dry it, and then put some polish on. So there's my car ready for the coating of a polish, which will be in the next video. Enjoy this video, please hit that subscribe button and like, and I will see you next time.